Okay, we live. Ike Diaz live. You finally caught me back. I finally got on the air. I finally figured out what was going on, what the problem was, and we are now live, guys. So I actually hit two to start with, but it's all right, guys. So hopefully everybody gets the chance to tune in to the Ike Diaz live. It's going to be an awesome podcast tonight. I'm really excited. I guess the other way wouldn't work no more since I updated the Windows, and I know I talked about this with a lot of my listeners. Hopefully it's coming out for you guys. Well, I do know we're live, so this one is live. I apologize for the miscommunication, but we are live. We are doing it. So thank you for tuning in, guys. You guys are all. I appreciate everybody who stops by and tunes in. You know what? I'm gonna start out real quick with a kind of a disclaimer. This is a new channel, guys. So I appreciate everybody who tunes in. You guys are totally awesome. You know what I mean? Everybody who tunes in and stays with me the whole time. You guys are totally cool. Everybody who just stops in all week. You guys are just awesome. You know what I'm saying? But tonight I wanted to go through something I've been going through because I haven't went live for like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I have to look back at the. But I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about why. And then I haven't been on my podcast either on KBLP LLC on speaker. Zach Morrison's been filling in for me. He'll be doing Saturday night this weekend too. So make sure you go by, check him out. He's cool. He got a cool podcast. I just wanted to show you guys this real quick. This is What the F with Michelle Auger, and then Sports This Week with Denise Harris. And there's a few more podcasts. I know Chris did Freaks in the Basement. So make sure you go by and check them out. Make sure you subscribe to Ike League. That's my promotional page. Make sure you check that out, guys. I know I talked about this on the last video, but I was just going to go through it one more time with you so you remember to subscribe to me. And I didn't get a chance to take you over to my ideas page. I got about 1,000 people to go through still, so I haven't. So if I haven't added you as a friend on Facebook, just wait a little bit because I'll get to it and I'll add you as a friend. Sorry, a friend on Facebook as soon as I get a chance. So you just go to Ideas, and that's my promotional page. Northland, Colorado, Northland Flat Earth. Shout out Northland Flat Earth. So this is my personal page. I had to do a brand new page because I had 5,000 friends on my page and it got hacked, and so I had to start a new page, guys. So this is my page now that everybody can check out. So make sure I'm gonna leave it here for a second. That way you guys can check it out and you guys could subscribe and be a friend. You know what I'm saying? So check that out just for a second. I'm gonna run and make sure that I'm not having no problems with my internet router right now. So sometimes I got CenturyLink, guys. So sometimes I have a problem with my internet router, but it's cool for everybody to be here. Ike Diaz live, and make sure you check out KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, KBLP LLC podcast on YouTube, and then you can also check out KBLP LLC on Spreaker, iHeart, Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, everything, any place you want to, any place that picks up podcasts. Make sure you check me out. It's pretty, not me, but we got a lot of podcasters that run with us. So make sure you check everybody out. Everybody does an awesome job. But I'm going to go through some information tonight, and then I'm also going to break down some things that to be aware of, guys, because we're in a time where we all need to be aware. And I've been doing a lot of studying the last couple of weeks, and it started with shout out to D Marble, and he did the mud flood thing. So I've been researching the mud floods for the last couple of weeks with the Lopez. I'll put your name in the description, Lopez. I can't remember his first name, but everybody knows who D Marble is. If you don't, go find him. Awesome broadcaster. He always gives me a shout out. Make sure you check him out. He's pretty cool. I'm gonna leave it right here on this page, guys, real quick. I gotta give me some water here in a second too, so I apologize for that. But I'm gonna leave it right here so that way when you click on, you can find me Ike Diaz. You can see the cover, and then you can see KBLP LLC, so you know what you're looking for. That way I can get all my friends back. Like I said, I'm not gonna go out and find nobody, but I know I got a lot of requests right here on this one. I got 44 messages I gotta check still, so I just haven't had no time. But hold on just a second, guys. I'm gonna check one thing. It's just my internet router and make sure it's rolling, and we'll get to the broadcast. Ike Diaz live back in here. Make sure you request the Ike Diaz page so you guys know where to find us in all our podcasts. I actually put this shirt on my homie Player D. I wear shirts for some of the artists in Colorado, so make sure you check out my homie Player D, Pimp Tight. They got CDs out, T-shirts out. They do a lot of shows, so make sure you check them out. I'm wearing this shirt tonight. I always try to wear, like last week I did Chico Spice One from the Bay Area. I wore his T-shirt, so make sure you check it out, and hope you enjoy the music, guys, that they put out, guys. But once again, this is the Ike Diaz page. I didn't get to show it to you last week, but I am tonight. I'm gonna show you real quick on YouTube where to find us, because I already walked through. I didn't do this part for the last podcast. Oh, that's not it. I can remember tonight. That's all I got to do is remember. They're all gonna laugh at you. So right away, you can come right here. This is the Ike Diaz Live. This is one we're doing right now. And then this is KBLP LLC 4. So all you got to do is punch in KBLP LLC 4, and you'll be able to come over to our sports podcast, which just went up. So make sure you go to it, check it out, put a like on it, leave a comment. Denise Harris does our sports right now. She's pretty awesome. There's Planet B.O.B., Denise Harris and Michelle Auger. They do that podcast. They are awesome. This is KBLP LLC 4. And then I'm going to go to KBLP LLC podcast. So make sure you check them out, or check out our so this is KBLP LLC podcast. So make sure you check it out when you get a chance. And then I have, I showed you my other ones because I have like some other channels, but they're monetized. So I don't want to run the commercials with them. But this was a cool video I did. This was really nice. So I do the moon video. This was at 3:30 in the afternoon. And this had been out here since 1 o'clock. This is the moon. So it's pretty crazy, guys. It's pretty crazy. It ties into what I'm talking about tonight, so it don't matter. KBLP Podcast, KBLP LLC. And then if you want to know more information, you can go back to the last video, Vlog 4, and you could see how to get to all our information, guys. So, and I got to change that. I clicked on that for the... I don't know why I keep doing that. It has my information. I better exit that out. So right here, this was a really good one. Planet BOB, Gov shut down Earthbusters. They do a really good job. I listened to about half of it last night, but I got to finish listening to the rest. Once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I had to stop that because our commercial is playing, guys. So I don't want to play it in the background, but I hope everybody can hear me, because I know on the last one, I know you guys couldn't hear me. So I hope on this one, you guys are able to hear my voice. But I hope everybody can hear me. Okay, yeah, I just turned it up so that I can make sure that my voice is available for you guys to hear. So first, I'm going to start out. So Planet BOB, make sure you come over here. This is the speaker one. I would show you iHeart, Spotify, all that, but I don't have it on my computer. I have it on my phones. But so first, I'm gonna talk before I go into my first topic. My first topic is my journey to flat Earth, and like it's all over the place. I just even seen a thing. Trump, he's upset with NASA because they're not on the ball getting things going. I just saw that. I don't know who posted that or what, but I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. And then, like I said, it's out. Everybody knows about this, so it's not a secret no more. But I'm gonna tell you my journey, and I'm gonna tell you how it's been, what's been going on, and the things I've been going through over this. But I want to talk about Owen Benjamin. Like I always wait a couple days before I talk about a situation or somebody who broadcasts something. And so Owen Benjamin went on. I did not know who this person was. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The same thing happened with me. My first vlog was about what's his name? Logan Paul Logan. I still mix his name up. So my first vlog was about Logan Paul, and I'm just gonna exit that out because it has information on there. So the first vlog was about Logan Paul. I did not know who he was, but I waited for the information, for everybody to talk about it, for everybody to get it out, so that I can come on and I could talk about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about Owen Benjamin. And I know everybody's already seen his video. I know he's did a couple since then, but everybody's seen his video on his kind of meltdown, I guess you can call it, of him going. I know Karen B. She did the mirror of it, So I guess he's posted a few other things. He has 216 subscribers. Yeah, like I said, I'm brand new, guys, so I only have every time I go on, I maybe get 10 listeners. So I don't mind it because, like I said, this is brand new and it's growing. So this is who I'm talking about right here, guys. And like I said, I didn't know who he is. I know a little bit about him now because of the podcast. I would have never known about him. He seems really intelligent. He seems really like he really knows about planets, the Earth, everything around there. So the only thing I wanted to bring him up with, everybody's attacking him, from the left and the right, up and down. Everybody's just going after this guy. You know what I mean? So, but the only reason I wanted to talk about it is because he got emotional for a second there. I thought it was oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Man, I just drank some water in it. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. That wasn't good. That was bad. Oh, so okay. Sorry about that. So back to Owen Benjamin, guys. I feel bad for him because he get attacked by so many people, but there are a lot of flat earthers behind him, guys. Man, that wasn't too good at all. So you have tons of flat earthers who came to his defense. I watched the whole video. I wasn't sure on either end if he was really serious about the flat. I mean, he wasn't saying he was a flat earther. Or he wasn't even saying he was a glow model earther. Reality check. What's up, man? Flat Earth. Ha ha ha. I know. I know what you mean, man. I had that same laugh about 2.5 years ago. Excuse me. I just got some water. Well, anyway, I just wanted to bring him up real quick because I'm still going through this upset thing. Like we watched him go through sort of a meltdown, and I still go up and down with this because I still get like emotional about this. Like, okay, everybody knows I'm a flat earther. You know, there's no secret to it. You know what I mean? Dude, it's 2019. I know, bro. I know. Reality check. I went through this. That's what I'm getting at today. That's why I said it's my journey to this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting everybody know how it all happened with me. But I wanted to talk about Owen Benjamin because he had like a meltdown. But thank you for stopping by. Hey man, that's cool. That's your opinion. I don't sway. Like everybody has their own opinion. So man. So if somebody says it's flat, that's flat. If somebody says it's round, that's cool. But I will tell you one thing, reality check. Google used to do when you first used to Google it, it used to say the Earth was spherical. Now, if you Google flat Earth, or if you Google what is the shape of the Earth, it takes you to third parties to give you the answer, and they don't even do it. So check that out, reality check. It's crazy. I used to Google the shape of the Earth, and that's what I used to come up with. So it's pretty crazy. But I'm gonna get back into my story. Like I said, with Owen Benjamin, he had sort of a meltdown. He was drinking a little. I drink water, but I was like, it was messing with me. But anyway, so in this whole process, he was drinking a little. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 drinks or whatever. I don't know what he drinks. But one thing I did notice is the depression. And once a person actually wakes up and they realize the situation, well, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with anybody about the Earth being flat or the Earth being round. Excuse me. I have to give me some more water. My water's warm. But you could tell he was like depressed, and then he got upset. But the depression part is like the reason. That's the whole point of this, because I feel that depression all the time. Like I get upset because I see all the lies and I see all the different things that's going on, and all the experiments and all the flat earthers going out there and working all hard and showing us all this information, and it's crazy. It's crazy to see all that stuff. So it's cool. I'm proud of all of them because they're putting in work. They're showing everybody what the Earth is really shaped. The the Earth is not flat. According to Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Earth is pear-shaped. But anyway, reality check. But anyway, the thing that got to me is when all this started. I'll be honest with you. Like when I got deep into this, I like totally like shut down with everybody. Like people are still upset with me because I don't return as many phone calls as I used to. I don't talk to everybody like I did before. Once the awakening happens, and it's not just flat Earth. It's a lot of stuff, guys. It's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna get into tonight. You know what I mean? Tonight's gonna be a longer after a few more podcasts, because I'm already halfway through as far as the minutes go and the hours just with the first 4 podcasts since everybody came over from KDLP. I've got some good minutes on it, so it's pretty cool, guys. I really appreciate it. So keep listening, keep checking out. Like I said, the content will be better. And plus, like I said, I got some experiments coming up that I want to show you guys. I've done a lot of videotaping, and it's pretty cool. So back to Owen Benjamin to finish that out. Shout out to you if you become a flat earther. I know when people first hear about it, it's laughable. I laughed about it on the air on a podcast 2.5, almost 3 years ago. my co-host, I'll get into that later, but I think that one thing I want to say is if Owen Benjamin wakes up, I don't think that he'll what's going on, Wingnut? Thanks, man. Conspiracy belief is that's cool, man. That's your opinion, man. I appreciate it, man, for you stopping by, man. But like I said, if he does have this great awakening and things change in his life, then things will be different for him from here on out. Things won't be the world won't be the same across the world. It won't be the same for him as it as it um as it was once before, guys. It just won't. So that's just one thing I want to say about it. I don't want to get too much into Owen Benjamin because, like I said, I don't know who he is, so I can't really say too much about him. Like I said, he seemed like a nice guy, and he did a cool podcast. Um, Wingnut, conspiracies are cool to talk about, though, no matter what. Either way, if you agree with them or you disagree with them, they're still cool. I feel like it's a great topic to bring up. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to talk about this, and there's both sides of this. You know what I mean? Like there's both sides from the flat Earth side and the round Earth side. So everybody could, if you have that belief, that's cool. But I appreciate you stopping by. That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty awesome. Thank you, man. So I'm gonna go into. So shout out to Owen Benjamin. I don't really know who you are, but what's going on, Martin? I have seen some flat Earth maps, and yeah, I understand. Beliefs are fine, and opinions. You know what I mean, and people's opinion and how they feel about things. And science facts are. You're right. Science facts are better. That's what I came up like when I first came into this. When I first came into this 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I laughed about it. I said it's a scientific fact. You can go back to my podcast 2-3 years ago with my co-host who brought it up. Yeah, I've been looking at, to be honest with you, for the last 2 weeks, I've been studying some other maps. There's some other maps I've been working on. I'm going to mention it later, but not just the flat Earth maps or the idea of the flat Earth map that I think it is. But I've been studying other maps along with it for the last couple of weeks, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I understand that with the science and the math classes, but it's so one-sided, man, that it's so hard to. I had to back myself out of that because I am in college and I've been in college, and I had to back myself out of it because of that. Hey, Ron McCaffrey, right on for stopping by. I understand your opinion. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, I'm gonna go into my story real quick, guys. But no. I'm saying in the school system, it is all one sided because they go all off of what Einstein's theories, Isaac's you know what I mean, all their different theories. Gravity's a theory. You know what I mean? So it's like I try to look at it like being open minded. You have to look at it from both sides, and that's what I'm doing. I'm being open minded, and that's why I chose this now because of that. gravity is taught Gravity is taught as a fact, but it is actually a theory, the theory of gravity. So I'm gonna go into this real quick, guys. I appreciate you guys who stopped by and listen in. I know it's pretty crazy. I've talked to a lot of people. Like I said, I don't want to sit here and debate with anybody. I just want to talk to everybody about how I came into this and how this all happened. And like I said, everybody has their opinion either way. Science fact is cool, and I totally agree with you guys. I don't disagree with anybody. like I said, this is a new channel. My first podcast went up December 7th, and it's doing really good. I'm really happy, guys. I'm really excited. So I'm moving forward, and everything is going great. So right on for everybody, all you guys who here in the chat. Science facts are cool. Don't get me wrong. Science facts are cool, but I am doing my own personal experiments. So, and I have been doing my own personal experiments for the last 2 years, to over 2.5 years since I kind of went over Einstein. Einstein was put in position for some reason. I've done a lot of research on Einstein, and I've done a lot of research on Nikolai Tesla, and I'd rather go with Nikolai Tesla's information than Einstein. So I don't know. So look into Einstein's history, and then get back with me on that, Martin, and we'll see what we'll see how you feel, because I've looked into the history, but like it's pretty cool. I grew up. I thought Einstein was the coolest thing in the world and stuff like that. Actually, from all the information I got, is Nikolai Tesla is part of what I'm going to be talking tonight, because Nikolai Tesla, everything that we use is from him. Nothing's from Einstein. There's nothing from Einstein. Everything is from Tesla. Excuse me. I know. So I want to go into this, but I really appreciate you stopping by and giving me your input on it. It's always cool to hear. I want to hear everybody's input. Like I talk to everybody about, anybody I can. I talk to them about this. So this is my journey to flat Earth. Okay, guys. So that's why I'm doing this right now. For some reason, when I do this, I can't pre-record, so I just do live. So I'm going live, and it's not going to be real long, but it all started 2.5, 3 years ago. I'm on a live podcast on KDLP LLC with my co-host. I do a podcast called The Jam, and we were on, me and my co-host, and she told me, she goes, "You know that people still believe the Earth is flat?" And I just started laughing. I was like, this is funny. This is the funniest stuff in the world I ever heard. I couldn't believe it. But it stuck in my head that night after we did the podcast. And I sat there and I thought about it, and I thought about it. So then I started checking out some videos, like everybody else. I started looking at ODD TV. Shout out to ODD TV. Shout out to we just went through the sunset tonight, and I had just sold on the way home. I live in Colorado, actually. So I had just sold my little brother. I was like, look at that, man. Like we're in Colorado, and the mountains are right there set into the west. And the way it looked was just different. It was just not what I remember. So I don't know. I do a lot of videotaping. I videotape the sun and the moon like every other day, every other night. I didn't get a chance to do the blood moon thing, but I videotape a lot. But I'm gonna get back into this real quick, because I know I got some other things to do, and then I know I've seen some other podcasters go live that I listen to. So like I said, I'm gonna give a quick shout outs to D Marble, ODD TV, Russian Vids, RFB. I'll put a link to most of their channels. I watched a lot of almost all their videos, and then I got into a lot of books that I got, and I've been doing experiments. I did the laser beam experiment across a large lake, so I did a lot of things, a lot of videotaping. I came to the conclusion of flat Earth because a lot of situations. But so after the podcast with her, I started thinking about it. Like I said, I watched those videos. I know. Did you see my Martin? Did you see my video at 3 o'clock? The moon and the sun right next to each other here in Colorado, just like about a week ago that I just taped. If you look at KBLP LLC podcast, you could see some of those. I know it's called I know lights, lasers and lights, they expand from I forgot the word right now. I know the word. It expands from refraction or something like that. So yeah, I know a lot about that. I really dug into a lot of that stuff. It really, you know what? Thinking about it, I think that it does have a lot to do with the flat Earth. I know I'm trying to just go through this real quick. Let me go through it, and then as soon as I get done, if you want to, like I said, I'm not here to debate you about it, but if you want to talk more about it, I'm more than willing to sit here and talk to you about it. But I just came on to do a real quick uh, little about my journey to flat Earth and how I became part of this worldwide thing. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. That's why I said there. You know, I'm not a debater. I'm not trying to debate. I know in your mind there's no question the Earth is round. That's cool. I'm with you 100%. But on my end, I'm a flat earther, and for me to, I'll get into it. I'll get into it in a minute. But thank you again, Martin. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's awesome that you stopped by and took the time. So after that, like I said, I got into the videos, checked out all the videos. I went and found the most. I looked at the most maps I could find about it. I tried to put maps together on how I thought it could be. You know, I did some experiments with the moon and the sun on a map. You know, just to try to figure that out the way I thought it would be, and it's the way the rotation works around the Earth. And it's not that I'm ignorant. I'm actually a pretty smart guy. I'm just like I have my opinion and you have your opinion. And like I said, I'm not going to argue or debate with you. I appreciate you for being here and thank you. But I have my side of the story and they have their side of the story and I'll listen to it. I'll listen to anybody who has a globe Earth theory. You know what I mean? Because that's all it is a globe Earth theory. Nobody knows the truth. Nobody really knows the truth. So like I said, the videos, the books, the maps I looked at. So I continued on my journey. So I started reading the Bible again because everybody said, "Oh, there's so many places in the Bible that says flat Earth." So I just started picking up the Bible and going to all these places that talk about flat Earth. So there is like over 100 different things in the Bible that say the Earth is flat. So I started going to a church with my older brother, and I would stay after. We would go 3 times a week, and I would stay after with the pastor for like an hour or 2 hours, just talking about it. And he would not believe the Earth was flat at all. He was totally on the globe side. And hey, Scott, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your opinions on this. That's pretty awesome. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who stops by, whether your opinion, whether you're a flat earther or you're a globe model earther. You know what I mean? I really appreciate it. It's just I'm happy you guys are here. Like I said, I'm not trying to debate with anybody or make a the Bible says bats are birds. Bats aren't birds. I are not birds, but I don't remember reading that, so I'd have to look back at that. Anyway, so I would go over with the pastor all these different things, all these different verses and everything through the Bible, and he would kind of argue with me back and forth, back and forth. We went on like this for like a year. I stood going to that church for like for like a year, 3 days a week. And finally, we got into our last conversation about it. It was the last day I went to the church. And he says, this is what he said. He told me that You haven't given any opinions yet. That's cool, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for not giving me your harsh opinions, man. So he said there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's what he told me. The pastor did, But then I talked to so I went to another pastor, and I started talking to him, and he told this pastor told me that if your pastor doesn't talk to you about flat Earth, you don't need to be going to that church. So, but the main reason I was going, because I don't really attend churches. Yeah, I do read the Bible. I will admit that. You know what I mean? I'm deep into the Bible, but I don't attend churches on a regular basis. So, but when I got to the next pastor and I started bringing up the flat Earth with him, and he was preaching it in his sermons and stuff, so I was like, okay, this is a little different than the last guy. You know what I mean? Um, so he told me that if your pastor is not talking about flat Earth or won't bring it up, then then you shouldn't be going to that church. And I understand now. I understand what he meant by that. You know what I mean? Because they should all be talking about that. All those these are all the podcasts you can go to, guys. And I do the jam right here. And if you go back, you can listen to the podcast that I do the jam with. I'm gonna look that up, Scott. That's cool. I appreciate you putting that on there. I appreciate you putting that down, because I'll go back and I'll read it and I'll go over it. And well, there's a lot of things in the Bible, like uh, you know, it's not just that. I don't really want to get into that side of it, but my faith part of it, anything. But it really changed my mind a lot. You know what I mean? The Bible really was the force behind me changing, because I grew up my whole life believing that the Earth was a globe, and like I said, even Neil deGrasse Tyson says the Earth is pear shaped; it's not round. And like I said earlier, I don't know if you were on here. I said if you go to Google and you Google what the shape of the Earth is, it used to say that the Earth was oblate. Google used to say that. Now it takes you to a third party to give you the answer. Google don't even give you the answer. And Google, go ahead and do this. Go ahead and just Google it. It takes 2 seconds. Yeah, we could say that, but look at this. I was even going over this yesterday. Um, so if there was a real picture of the Earth, we really wouldn't have got it to 1969 to 72. Okay, we really wouldn't have got that picture. So how was like Universal and Walt Disney putting out perfect pictures of the Earth with continents in like 1920s and 1930s? Explain that to me. Just explain that to me, and I'll understand. And if you can, please send me a real picture of the Earth, and I'll be totally happy. I'll be like, man, it'd be the coolest thing in the world to get a real picture of the Earth that's not CCGI. uh, Wingnut, man, it's flat Earth is out all over the place, man. Everywhere you go, people are talking flat Earth, so it's out. So it's a very, very slight pear shape. Meaning, yeah, I understand. It's wider at the poles, and yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, I looked into all that. I know. Hey, Wingnut, I 2.5, 3 years ago, right here on the jam, like almost 3 years ago, I went through the same thing. Disney did put out pictures when they first started in the 1920s, 1930s, and it had continents on there. That's what I want. That's what I want to know. If we couldn't have got a real picture of the Earth to 1969. So Disney, I don't know what you want to call that, but Disney and Universal. If you go back and you look at anything before if you look at anything before the 1960s, how could they have a perfect spherical Earth if they didn't know for sure? I'm just talking about the way I came into this, guys. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to debate. I'm not trying to get into it with anybody. Like I said, after I get done with the if I could just finish this, that'd be cool. So, but I do thank you guys, man. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. Look back, Scott Parker, look back, and you can see that they have, I thought about this over and over, but I thought about it all day yesterday before I did this video. I just wanted to know why they would have a full picture, they would be putting out food, not pictures of the earth, but they have a description of the earth with continents on it. Disney and Universal. I'm one of those. I don't want to get into the moon thing, but I'm one of those non-believers of that. So I can't really, even NASA right now says we can't get above low Earth orbit. So that just tells you alone right there. And as far as science goes, science even says that they can't take pictures of the Earth from low Earth orbit. And I know you're going to get into satellites, and I don't even want to get into satellites right now. But here we go again. So I was on the Jam. This is my regular podcast that I do. I do a music podcast, and my co-host told me that people believe the Earth was flat. I started laughing. I thought it was a joke. I thought she was messing with my head. I thought she was telling me something. No, if you listen to the podcast, this was like almost 3 years ago, the Jam. It was like about 2.5, 3 years ago when I first got into this. I know it sounds like I'm saying the same stuff every flat Earth video says, but I'm just telling you the way I got into it and the way my feelings that I've been going through. That's the point that I was trying to make tonight, guys. So we got into the conversation. I said it's scientifically proven that the Earth is spherical, it's round. And she says, no, there's thousands of people that believe the Earth is flat. And I was like, are you, I couldn't understand. It didn't click into my head. So that's when I started doing the research. And that's when I started, after months of research, I started veering over to the flat Earth side because there was more proof on the flat Earth side than there is on the globe model side. I know science says that all the proof is on the globe model side, but my own thoughts and my own feelings pushes me over to the flat Earth side. I'm going to be honest with everybody. But science says this is a fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. And like I said, gravity is taught as a fact, and it's just a theory. So we could just start right there. Everything with the ISS, everything with the shuttle stuff, it's all. I don't even want to get into it. So I've been on this journey. I've been doing. Like I said, I've talked to pastors. I talked to one that was like, didn't want to get into it. I talked to another pastor that said that the pastor you go to should bring it up, and you should talk about this, to get it out. You know what I mean? Because at first I was having a hard time with it, and I'm not sitting here saying that flat Earth is a fact. I'm not sitting here saying that the globe model is a fact. I'm just sitting here letting everybody know how I feel in my situation. And I know that people are going to get upset just to hear that the Earth is flat. That somebody thinks the Earth is flat. You know what I mean? Gravity is taught as a fact, but gravity is only a theory. So back to my story. But thank you guys. Thank you guys. It's awesome. It's cool. It's cool to have you guys on anyway. So I'm gonna go back. I'll read through all the comments and stuff, and if there's some I could respond to, I will. And it's fun to see both sides of this. The only thing that here's my big thing is I don't know why globe believers get so upset every time this topic comes up, because it's not something to get upset about. I don't think. I think that it's a topic that is across the world now, and everybody talks about it in other countries, in our country, and I think that it's okay to talk about. Like I said, yeah, I understand it's 2019, but I thought the same thing too. I thought the same thing too until I looked at all the information, and I looked through all the information, so going back to the story, if I could finish. so I I've been doing research after research. They call them super scientists. You know what I mean? And they call the other guys, I don't want to disrespect anybody, but the other guys are called pseudoscientists. So it's like I don't know. I don't get into all that. That's none of my business. But every time somebody puts out a flat Earth video, you have 20 people that come around and they all say, "Oh, this guy's a goofball. This guy's this and that. This guy's off his rocker." That's cool. I don't even mind if people do that to me. You know what I mean? Because I'm just saying the way I feel about this. I'm not going to get into specifics on my experiments or the research I've done. I'm just like I said, as I'm going through the church, I used to listen to all the testimonies, and nobody had a testimony like mine. You know what I mean? So I never did a testimony. You know what I mean? I didn't really even understand the way it was laid out or whatever. But, I sat there, prayed for him. You know what I mean? I did all my, you know what I'm saying? I really went there for like a year and pestered this pastor, so I got out of that, and I said, I'm just going to stick to my research. And I started filming every day. I got to a point where I was filming the moon, the sun every day. Everywhere I went, I've been filming. I've been, like I said, I went to my local library, found the oldest books I could find, the oldest books. I read every one of them. I got into old documentaries like from the 50s, 60s, 70s. Of course, I went through Admiral Byrd like everybody else did, Admiral Byrd. You know, I'll reply to that one. I I I've seen flat earthers been told all kinds of stuff, and they're on the channel. They got a 250,000 views or a 250,000 followers. Yeah, I only got I'm closing in on 900 followers, and these guys never run away. These guys come back with more evidence and more evidence and more evidence. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you mean by that one. That one I don't understand that one, because like I said, the flat earthers that I listen to and I know, they come back and they come back. They don't stop. They keep they keep pushing it. But thank you, thank you again. So like I said, after tons of research, tons of watching videos like everybody else, I personally just came to the conclusion. I live in Colorado, and from the things I've seen, I'm gonna even try to get over to this other one real quick. From the things I've seen, there's this picture that I got. I took a picture like at 2 in the morning, and a guy across the earth where it should have been light, or it should have been it was daytime. I was at nighttime. Across the earth, there was I had a moon and he had a moon, which one of us should have never had a moon. So let me see if I can find that picture real quick for you guys. Like if it's your first time hearing about flat Earth or anything like that, I would listen to D Marble. This guy really breaks it down pretty good. ODD TV. I always send everybody over to ODD TV. Russian Vids, I just saw he just went live. The picture's not on here, but I have a picture that one of my friends sent me from across the Earth, where the moon was out in the sun, or the moon was out in the daytime, and I was here at 2, 3 in the morning with the moon out, and I don't think that should be possible, guys. On a flat Earth, that could work, but on a globe Earth, that doesn't work. So let me ask you this real quick, guys, the guys who are listening. Do you guys believe in chemtrails? Do you guys believe that anybody's walked on the moon? And do you guys believe that I just had to throw those in there real quick, guys. So that was just That was just a little, just off the wall kind of thing. So I'm into this. I'm waist deep into this, guys. I'm still studying. I'm still researching. I'm still trying to get better at this, and I'm still I'm still trying to figure things out. But um, there's a thing I went through that a lot of people call the awakening process. When you find out that a lot of things growing up that you've been told by people in authority, um, that was truth and fact, are in all reality lies. And when you find that, it feels like you've been punched in the gut. So I'm still going through that feeling where feel like I've been punched in the gut, and it's not a good feeling, guys. It's not a good feeling. And people have asked me, if you had a chance, would you go back to sleep again? Now that I feel that I've had this awakening. And sometimes I think about it, I'm like, yeah, shoot, I wish sometimes, no, I wish I could, but no, I'm gonna stick this out. I'm gonna ride this out, um, because that's the only thing I could do now. Now that I'm so far into this, I know, but see, that's why I brought up Owen Benjamin at first, because so many people got on him because they thought he was going through some problems like that too. But you know what? Yeah. I feel uncomfortable about it. I do. I feel uncomfortable that we've been lied to. That there's so much lies going around that like even family members. I haven't even talked to family members a lot lately and stuff like that. So I understand, but it's no. I take care of, as far as my own personal um, livelihood. I take care of it all. How you doing, Jimbo? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. It's awesome to see you guys here. But for my personal wellness, I take care of myself, and that. The only thing, like I said, is like I feel like I've been punched in the gut because of the lies, and you could see them. You could see. They're giving us this information, and the information is just off the wall. It's just off the wall crazy, and that's what I've been going through. That's why I said I feel like I've been punched in the gut. That's why I showed that. That's why I talked about that Owen Benjamin first, who I really don't know, so I really can't say anything about him. But you watched him, and he was like kind of depressed about it, and I know his feeling. That's why I came to it. That's why I wanted to say something about it, because I understand what he kind of feels like. What he kind of feels like right now, because once you have the awakening process, there's an awakening, and like I said, if you get an awakening process, it's pretty eye opening, guys, and that's what I've gone through for the last 2-3 years, and it just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up, and it's like is it gonna open up and explode? Boom, like what's gonna go on? I'm a nice guy, mellow guy, but it's just like, what else are they gonna pile on us? What else is gonna go on? You know what I mean? So that's basically how it all happened. I know every flat earther says the same thing. They they laughed at it at first. It was a joke, ha ha ha, lol. Everybody who got into the flat Earth movement started out the same way. But in all reality, and I believe this too, that the Bible is, and it's a flat Earth guide. It really is. It's a flat Earth guide. It's a flat Earth with a dome firmament, guys, and that's what I believe in on my end, because of what I've read, talking to the pastor, talking to the other pastor who was trying to shut me down on it, was like, why would you even pursue it? Well, because it's on my mind. I can't get it off my mind now. Well, to me, I'm gonna say that's what it is, and I've heard that from another flat earther, who's a very big flat earther, who has been on a lot of large platforms that I just watch. I watch a lot of flat Earth flat earthers. I watch a lot of round earthers. I watch a lot of people, and the only thing that gets me upset is all the arguing and bickering and stuff. Well, you know what I mean? If somebody believes something, let them be. You know what I mean? Like if somebody believes the earth is round, I'm not going to sit there and laugh at them. Ha ha ha. I'm just support them with it. You know what I mean? So, and what's crazy is I didn't know. I live in Colorado. I didn't know how many flat earthers were out here when before this information came up. I really did not know how many flat earthers were out here. And there is so many people out here that believe the earth is flat in Colorado that it is crazy. It is there's flat earth meetings like once a week in Fort Collins, Colorado. And everybody brings so much information to the table. But like I said, if you're just getting into it, if you're all about science, you're not going to believe anything about flat earth. But if you're listening to this information for the first time, please go to ODD TV. Please go to D Marble. Please go to RFB. Please go to what's the main guy? But I don't like to refer him that much because his videos are really longer. He gets really deep, but he's on the ball with it. I just had his name. I'll bring it up in a minute. But please go to them so that you can get more information. No, I'm not here to give you my facts about flat Earth. I'm here to letting everybody know my kind of how I got into it. You know what I mean? Like why? What shifted me over to it? I'm not sitting here I'm not trying to give out any information, any of my research, any of my anything I've done. I have tons of video that I'm going to be presenting to everybody later on in other broadcasts. But I'm not going to do it here. I'm just letting everybody know why I came into this, what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like this is my 5th broadcast, and man, a lot of people are tuning into what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So people must be listening out there. You know what I mean? What's funny is my little brother. I tell him that some of the people that I listen to are really educated. There's some really educated flat earthers out there. Like these guys have college, like I have a college degree, but these guys have like doctorates and all kinds of different degrees, and they're flat earthers. I met doctors that are flat earthers. I met lawyers that are flat earthers. I met football players that are flat earthers, basketball players. There's so many people out there that are flat earthers. So there's nothing wrong with being a flat earth. There's nothing wrong with somebody believing in the flat earth model. You know what I mean? And I'm going to keep pursuing it, and I'm going to keep looking into it, and I'm going to keep studying it because I'm not done studying it. I feel like I'm in my beginning stages of studying it, and I'm just going to keep going. But thank you. I don't know how to say your name, Elysium Santia, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's cool. There are no facts, Scott. You say there are no facts, but there's no real. Actually, there's scientific stuff that comes out about around Earth, but those are not real facts either. If you really look at the big picture. So basically, like what I'm saying is it's mostly all a lie. It's mostly all a lie. And when the awakening happens, then people can go from there. There's scientists out there that just can't speak up about it because they fear coming out about flat Earth. They don't want to lose their careers. They don't want to. No, I haven't just watched videos. I got about 14 books here right now that I went out and got and I've read already, and I also have a ton of research along with videotaping every day. You know what I mean? Thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate that. That's all I'm doing is giving my side of why I got into flat Earth, Jimbo. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, math is a breeze. I finished calculus. I went through all that stuff. I understand all of it. And my whole thing is like, I know everybody was talking about Einstein earlier. Einstein, was E equals MC squared or whatever, but it's really F equals MA. or M times A, which is a force equals mass times acceleration. If people would understand it, I think they would understand flat Earth just a little more, you know? I think they would understand it just a little more, guys. But thank you guys. Like I said, that's my it's been kind of my journey into it. Yep, that's true. That's true, Jimbo. There you just there's so many there's books out there on flat earth. There really is people. We have found books on flat earth. And I like I said, I went to the library. The oldest book I could find was like from 1914 or something like that. And it was about flat earth. So I just try to get I was trying to get the oldest ones. But my journey hasn't been a steady one, guys. My journey's been rocky. I want to be honest with you. It hasn't been like a consistent just steamroll down the highway. It's been a rocky journey now that this flat Earth thing came up, because I never knew anything about it till like I said, I did that podcast and I was told that information, and it just blew my mind away. Like I couldn't stop thinking about it. Like the first 3, 4, 5 months, you think about it every day. That's why you just get up every day and you start researching. Go to work, come home, research, watch videos, read books. It just goes on, and that's what I've been going through, on and on, every day. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop because somebody's opinion says, um, somebody says that they don't believe in that the earth is flat. I'm not going to stop believing the earth is flat because somebody else's opinion says the earth is round. You know, I'm not that kind of person. And then people says they're simpletons because how could they switch so quick to being a flat earth? Well, it took a while for me to actually break, it took a while for me to cross over into the flat earth round completely. And now that I'm here. We're flat earthers. We have to move forward. We have to do what we can to keep. I have to keep moving forward. I have to keep studying. I have to keep researching. I'm gonna keep watching the videos I watch. You know what I mean? I'm a subscriber to tons of YouTube channels. I'm a subscriber to tons of podcasts. I don't watch. One thing I did do. This was like over 10 years ago. I stopped watching the news because I knew that was all flabbergasted. That was all off the wall stuff. So I don't watch the news. And I know somebody told me that they tell you not to watch the news because they want to keep you ignorant of everything. Well, look at the stuff that's on the news. Do you want to be happy or depressed, or how do you want to feel? I'm already going through the thing with the flat Earth, so I don't want to make myself feel any worse because I got on the news and I heard about shootings over here or something. I don't want to go through. That's something I don't want to hear at all. You know what I mean? So if that floats somebody's bubbles, that's what they like to listen to. That's cool. Once in a while, I'll turn on the sports. I'm even away from the sport. Sports is a different subject. I have to do my own subject on the sports. So, but I'm on here. I'm doing the podcast. Finally, guys, I got to get me some more water here in a second. I'm gonna take you over to the. I'm gonna read a couple more of the. I got like about 4 or 5 inboxes right now. And I got, I see a bunch of the chats. I didn't get a chance to read them, but I'm going to take you over here. If you get a chance, subscribe. This is the Ike League page. Subscribe to Ike League for me. And you can check out all the KBLP LLC content. There's a lot of stuff. Michelle Auger with What the F. She just did the government shutdown thing. Sports Talk with Denise Harris. This is what I'm talking about, ODD TV. Make sure you check him out for me. D Marble, that's another one. Let me take care of something real quick, guys. I'm gonna leave it on this page so you can add me as a friend if you'd like to. For everybody who listens in, I'll be right back in just a second, and I'll try to read as many of these comments popping up. And plus, I'm getting tons of inboxes right now. So hold on just a second. Sorry about that, guys. Ike Diaz live. You're live with Ike Diaz. Thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for everybody in the chat. Like I said, it's a new channel. My regular channel is KBLP LLC 4 and KBLP LLC podcast. But this is my new channel, so thank you guys, everybody who came over from there when you listen to this. Or the only thing, like I said, I'm not here to debate anybody, and I'm not here to. I am going to talk about the energy stuff here in a second, but if you my main thing is, if you guys could send me a real picture of the Earth, I'd be so happy. I'd be like through the roof if I can get just one real picture of the Earth. And every time I say that, the round Earth believers get so quiet because they know Ron Simmons came out already and said, Rob Simmons said that the Earth is Photoshopped because it has to be. Everybody knows that. So the only thing I ask is to show a round. I know everybody asks to see the curve. Show me the curve. Show me the curve. I can't find the curve. I've been looking for the curve, but Rob Simmons came out already from NASA, and he says that all the pictures from space are photoshopped or CCGI because they have to be, because they can't take an actual picture of the Earth. So you can go to NASA's website and you can check it out yourself. You can go there and you can check it out yourself. See, the like I said, I'll bring that back up again. The 1969 and 1972. How did Universal Pictures and how did Walt Disney have know what the Earth really looked like before 1960? That's what I don't get. That's one of the big things that have been on my mind, and it just opens up your brain when you find that out. When you go through that situation, you already know. You know what I mean? So just 8 inches squared per mile. Yeah, you're supposed to have 8 inches squared per mile. You're supposed to see curvature, but we've already seen the videos of the boats come back into perspective. The boats come back into, you know what I mean? We've already seen so much of that, guys. We've already seen all that. We've already seen Bill Nye, the fake science guy, get debunked. We already seen Neil deGrasse Tyson get debunked. We've already seen it. It's nothing new. NASA lies. It's the truth. NASA had NASA had a round picture of the Earth, or not NASA, us. Walt Disney had a round picture of the Earth since like the 20s with continents on it. Explain that to me. If we've never had a picture till the 60s, could you explain that to me? If you're asking me for information, but you're not explaining anything to me. Scott, I'm saying pre-1960. Pre-1960, Walt Disney and Universal showed pictures of the Earth with continents on there. Explain that to me and show me a real picture of the Earth besides the Apollo picture that shows like a 3/4 of the Earth. You know, that doesn't even show the entire Earth, guys. So it's pretty crazy. So we know we're being lied to. So I'm going to get into some other stuff that's kind of off the wall here, but I have to bring it up because it's really important, and it's important for all of us, because not just round earthers or flat earthers or whatever you decide. Scott Parker, it's like I said, I'm not here to debate you or not here to argue with you. I'm just saying that just Google Disney and Google Universal, and you'll see pictures from the 30s, the 40s, and it's a globe model. It's CCGI, of course. It's a composite image, but it's Japan's in the same boat. They're doing fakery too. So I don't even we don't even need to get into Japan because they're just kind of following our lead on how they're setting everything up. And I know if you saw the thing. I don't know who put it up. I'm gonna go back and look at the video, but the president wants to get on NASA to figure out why can't get on the ball. You know what I mean? So that was kind of I looked at that for a second, but then I had to get into the broadcast, so I kind of left it alone. But that's actually a good question. The composited CGI, CCGI, either one, they're cartoons. You're right, Jimbo. Thank you. Cartoons are more realistic. You're right. That's what it is. They were cartoon figures of the Earth. We'll just call it cartoon figures of the Earth, Universal. And I didn't say they were real pictures of the Earth. I'm saying, how did they know that it was an actual globe model and to put continents on it? That's what I'm asking you. Universal and Walt Disney. And I'm asking you for a real picture of the Earth. It's 2019. Everybody, you put it in the comment like 20 times. It's 2019. 2019. Okay, so it's 2019. Why can't I get a picture of the Earth, a real picture of the Scott Parker? I'm talking to you. 2019, and we can't get a real picture of the Earth. Hey, Beth, you still here? Thank you. Thank you for sticking around. You're awesome. I know, 2019, yeah. Like we asked the question, why can't we find a real picture of the Earth? Jimbo, what do you mean by that? Yeah, we've mapped the globe from my understanding, for a couple thousand years. Or 1,000 years, the globe's been mapped. You know, like I guess the first the first maps of the globe were from the 1500s or 1400s or something, right? Or even before that. I'm just guessing right now. Now my mind was off on some other stuff, so I'm not for sure the exact date on that one, guys. So don't quote me on that one. I'm just. That's what I'm saying. Like they tell us these things, and we're just supposed to believe them. Everything that comes out, we're just supposed to believe them. Just like I did the chemtrail broadcast. I'm like, how does everybody see these chemtrails going off in the sky and nobody believe it? But people do realize that Harvard came out in 2017. It's called Solar Shield 2017, and released it, said that those are chemtrails. They're not contrails, they're chemtrails. Well, they call it geoengineering. So it's kind of the same thing that we're going through right now. So Scott, I'm gonna get into the maps I've been looking at for the last couple of weeks. I got into this, and it's big and it's major, but it's like, it's crazy, and it must be real because the government still has this country up. So like they still have a map of this country when you look under there. And the other funny thing I've been through is I went through so many things where people were like, they're going to fall off the edge of the earth. I think that is so corny that people can say that. People can't even afford to get to Antarctica or any part of that area, to where we're surrounded by an ice wall. I believe that. I know you asked me about a map of the earth, but we're surrounded by an ice wall. And the only way, when they tell you to fly somewhere and you'll go around the earth, you know what I mean? They always say east. They never say go north or south. They always say go east, and you'll get around the earth. And that is true, guys. That is, look into that. They never say go north or east. Stay on topic. I know, but I have some other stuff. I know the chemtrail stuff. I just said that I did a podcast you guys can check out earlier on why nobody believes it. You know what I mean? Excuse me. And China is one of the first ones to launch the fake moon. Everybody knows that. So, and I think there's already ones up there because Germany already has a sun simulator, guys. That stuff I know I'm going off track there, but Why would we need sun simulators and why would we need moon simulators if the Earth was spherical and the size of the sun and the size of the moon? Because it's not. The moon and the sun are closer than we're being told, and they're smaller. That's why they need sun simulators and moon simulators. Look into it. These are facts. I'm giving you facts now. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead and go north, Scott. Go ahead and go north and see if you end up back on the other side. I'm talking about the facts that I'm saying is the damn. Oh. I'm gonna have to go because you guys are I'm getting inboxes and I'm getting messages in the chat, so I'm gonna have to go back and look at some of it in a minute. So I'm gonna finish here what I was talking about, guys. I am going. I just wanted to talk to you about my flat Earth journey on how I got there, why I got there, um, why I'm proud to say I'm a flat earther. I am proud to say I'm a flat earther, and I'm happy, and I'm helping guide other people into the flat Earth community. And but in no way are we involved in the flat Earth society or whatever it's called. I don't subscribe to none of that, guys. So, um, well, thank you, Trillion, but I am proud to be a flat earther. I totally admit it. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke at nobody. Yeah, water, Jimbo's completely correct. Water is large. It's large body, and it always finds its level. Water always finds its level. If anybody could disprove that, let me know. Iron flat Earth. Hey, how you doing, man? People seem to think. I know I'm starting to get I got like 4 or 5 inboxes. I've been trying to check, but I wish they would just come over to the chat so I could see what they're saying. Like I told you, Scott, from the beginning, I'm not here to give you facts. I'm just giving you my testimony on why I'm a flat earther and why I came over to it. You know what I mean? That's all I said. I'm not here to give you facts. I'm not here to give you debates. I'm just giving you my insight, my feelings, and there hasn't been anybody who came here and gave us proof, like I said, of a real picture of the Earth. That's the only facts that I was asking for was a real picture of the Earth, and everybody screams for curvature. There's no curvature, and I know it's supposed to be 8 inches squared per mile. I know that. So let me move on here. So there you go with your. All you got to do is get a P900, Scott, or a P1000, and you could pull that. You could pull that ship right back into. You could pull it right back into perspective. You could pull that ship right back up. It's just check it out for yourself. Go get a P900, P1000, and you can see that ship. The ship doesn't disappear. You could see it. You could see it as far as it can go. Flat Earth life. That's what we doing. Flat Earth, Northland, Colorado. Colorado putting it down for Flat Earth. Ike Diaz live. I want to thank King Cannabis in Colorado Springs for sponsoring us and sponsoring our K. Well, they sponsor KBLP LLC. I just wanted to let everybody know you can check out all our podcasts on KBLP LLC on Speaker, on iHeart, on Spotify, on Pandora, on iTunes. You can check out all the podcasts. This is Ideas Live. I do my own broadcast through YouTube, but I still got to promote our podcasting community. So Flat Earth is on a roll now, guys. Flat Earth is on a roll. Like even one of this guy debates everybody who comes out and does a Flat Earth video, but he says Flat Earth is bigger than it's ever been, and it's just growing. You know what I mean? And this guy has 200,000 subscribers, and he has tons of followers. So that's kind of a wrong statement there, I think. Actually, I don't smoke. I don't smoke, but they sponsor our podcast station, so I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of the things. But they sponsor our KBLP LLC on speaker and iHeart, so I give them a shout out. You know what I mean? Since they sponsor that part, I do a podcast on there, a music podcast, and this is this is my broadcast for what you call it. But I wanted to I know it's like I said, you got the P1000 and you can pull that boat right back into vision. You can pull it right back into your vision, or if you got or into your perspective, if you got a good telescope, that boat will come right back in right back into view, right for you to see it, Scott. So I think, Scott, what it really boils down to is flat Earth is big. It's big. Hey, this, like I said, Trillion, this is my new channel. I just started it. Like I said, I don't even have 1,000 followers. So I'm just happy. I can't even believe 9 people are watching right now, because you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know 9 people are watching. That is awesome, because like I said, I've only had this channel since December 7th was my first broadcast. So I'm like really excited. Yes, I do have a P900, and I'm trying to get a P1000 so I can get better images of the no, I don't got the P1000 yet, but I want, that's my next goal, is to get the P1000. But I do have the P900. So everyone in the world is a liar. GOVT, period. That's all I can say right now. I don't want to get into that part of it. So I was telling you guys, the last couple of weeks I've been looking in to this. I'm going to throw everybody off here, but it's still is part of the flat Earth kind of deal. Is the Tartanian government, and I know everybody. The reason that I even brought it up is because, and the mud floods, is because our government still has a picture of Tartania, or a flag of it. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm bringing it up, along with, because I'm gonna do a separate podcast on there. The mud floods. It has something to do with this flat Earth thing. Because what really shocked me about this thing, what the only reason I kept going with it, is because there were some rivers that it mentioned, and it said that they were going north, and I was like, on a globe model, there's no way that some rivers could go north, right? So that's some stuff I have to look into. So I'm looking into the Tartanian government and the mud floods, and I want to thank D Marble for that, and a guy named Lopez. I can't remember his first name. I won't put their what you call it in the description, because they're the ones that turned me on to that. And I'm gonna get more information on it. Yeah, P900 it works perfect. It works perfect. You could do everything with those. I just really want the P1000, because I seen the stuff that people could do with those. That there's all kinds of experiments and all kinds of different things they could do with the P1000. From I was reading some of the stuff that the P1000 doesn't do, like the P900, but it still has. You can still reach further with the P1000. That's why I want to get one later on. But I'm good with the P900 now for my experiments that I'm doing, and I use my iPhones a lot. My iPhones work good, so I'm not trying to spend that kind of money right now on another. Wiz Laws, what's that? River flows north of TGE. No. What I'm saying is, why would it switch directions? So there's these rivers that were flowing north, and it's on the map. It's on a map, and now they're reversed. But I don't know. That's like I said. That's a whole different broadcast. I just wanted to bring that up real quick. That I'll be doing a small broadcast on that because I did some. I went around Colorado to look at some of these buildings, these older buildings, and there is some of these buildings where they're built underground, like a story or 2 stories underground. So I was pretty shocked on that. I didn't know for sure, so I had to go check it out myself. And I thought about the house that I grew up in downtown Denver, and there's a second floor down there that was covered by dirt, and I always wondered why it was like that. It's my mother's house, um, and thinking about it, I'm like, I should have did some more research on it a long time ago, but like I said, Trillion, like you don't have to disrespect anybody. The whole thing about this, like I said, is I just wanted to come out and do a see that's Wizlaws. I'm looking into more of that because the Mississippi River, from what I know, used to flow north, but now it don't flow north. So I'm trying to figure out. That's what got me into the mud flood things. That's what like the mud floods and the Tartarian government. So that's what um, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm saying like if you believe in a globe model, you believe in a globe model. If I believe in a flat Earth model, or Jimbo, or whoever believes in a flat Earth model, that's what they believe in. You know what I mean? I'm not here to give, like I said, I'm just giving like a testimonial to let people know how I came across this. You know what I mean? The spinning water ball in a vacuum theory is a belief system based on nothing. Is that for me, Jimbo? I didn't know. I didn't know if that was for me or. No, I'm not disrespecting anybody. And like I said, if you know what I mean, like if you there's other podcasts that that talk about globe model Earth. You're more than welcome. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you stopped by to give your opinion. But I'm not trying to disrespect any scientists, anybody in the world, any flat Earth scientists, any globe model scientists. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm just came up here to say how I feel about this. I came here. I came to do this podcast to talk about my feelings and the way I came across this. Like I said, um, once the awakening happening, yeah, I got my feelings got hurt and I got upset a little. Like not upset to where I was angry, but I was just upset that we were lied. Like Jimbo says, what we were lied to. Like you know what I mean. So, and it's not about not understanding science facts. Every Everybody always gives the argument about a person not understanding science facts. But if you really think about it, it's not about that. It's about opening our mind, being open minded, and trying to. Hey, I believed in the round Earth model my whole life, and then one day something just happened and it clicked and it was over. Like it was. I did all kinds of researching. Upper Lake Michigan flowed into the Mississippi River until the channel was filled in the long ago Viking artifacts along the way. Okay, thank you, Iron Flat Earth. I'm looking into like all that. I got this hiking thing set up for a place like the Grand Canyon that's here in Colorado that I never even heard of. But I set up a date to go check it out. That's crazy. That's crazy. But once again, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. The other thing, like I said, I don't like to get real political, but I know a lot of people are like worried about like martial law and stuff like that. And I seen that report. There's like a 74-page report, 94-page report. I read most of it already, and it really looks like, I know I'm going off flat Earth right now, but I just wanted to throw this in there right now. It was like they want to take a couple of our amendments away, So I would look into that, everybody, if you get a chance. You know what I mean? So because that's a scary part of it. We're over here um, having this flat Earth, round Earth conversation when there's some other stuff going on. There's a government shutdown. There's talk of martial law and talk of taking away our rights. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why I said I'm not here to argue or debate, or call anybody names. I'm just here to explain my side of the story, my side of the way I feel about it, and I think I've done it to as best I could without, with trying to read all the comments at the same time, and to explain the way I came into flat Earth, the way I became a flat earther, and like I said, I'm proud to be a flat earther, and yeah, see, Jimbo, I understand what you're saying. I'm with you 100% on this. Thank you for being here. I know it's like conspiracy things are like this, like I said, everybody still to this day, Harvard and Yale came out already and said chemtrails were a conspiracy theory. Everybody said that, but then Harvard and Yale already came out and said that it's true, that they're doing that. So I'm gonna speak my mind. Well, Trillion, there's so many people that even you can go to Rob Skiba if you want to. Go over to Rob Skiba, go over to ODD TV, go over to D Marble. I don't know. Is this the first time you've heard about flat Earth? Is that why you're so upset? I don't know. I mean, there's nothing to get upset about with you. I'm not arguing with you, but I'm just like sending you over to some other people. There's no reason to be upset. You know what I mean? Or calling anybody ignorant. You know what I'm saying? There's really no reason for it when we're here trying to just have a conversation about this. You know what I mean? And I was just trying to give you my information about myself. I wasn't talking about nobody else, but myself in the process. But once again, I thank you, and have a good evening. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Yeah, it's open to everybody. You know what I mean? Like I don't mind having a conversation about science, about anything, and iron flat Earth. You're right. Spinning water ball Earth is in a vacuum is impossible. He's right. He's telling us, experiments and things I've looked at. You know what I mean? So it's cool. I appreciate. Thank you for coming in here and explaining it to everybody, because I don't think some people were listening. I think so. I think what happens is people get so one-sided that they don't really care about what's going on. They can't open their mind to both. I'm open to both sides. I'm open to conversations to both sides about the round Earth and the flat Earth. But when I'm kind of getting called names and stuff, I don't really want to deal with that. You know what I mean? Nobody does. No, but I know everybody goes. I know people get trolled. So if I get trolled, I get trolled. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. You know what I mean? At least Scott Parker, I appreciate that you're coming on here and you're giving science evidence. You know what I mean? And you're not saying oh, you're a dumbass or you're ignorant. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Thank you. You know what I mean? I would like you to keep coming on here. and giving your side of as far as the science goes. You know what I'm saying? As far as the science goes, put as much science on here as you want. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Yeah, science is cool. I've loved science since I was a kid. Science has always been one of my favorite subjects in school growing up. I just, like I said, the whole thing got messed up with the flat Earth thing. Science, the actual like school science and college science and NASA science, all that is just like I can't believe any of it no more. Like I'm so far flat Earth. I can't believe any of that no more. You know what I mean? Like because the lies over and over and over, it just keeps coming. It's not getting better either. They just keep making up things. You know, they say that they say they went to Mars, but all they show is a little white patch with some dots on it. What do you think of that, Jimbo? The Mars thing. 40K, then who you talking? 40K, then let's go where? Where are you trying to go for 40K? Oh, let's see what that. Let's see what happened right there. Right there. I was just trying to fix something real quick, guys. Just give me a second and we'll get back to our cool conversation we've been having. We've been having a great conversation. Okay, I was just trying to figure something out, guys, because it's kind of getting in the way now. It's like at first it was cool and I was listening, but kind of got on my nerves a little bit there. Kind of got on my nerves. Water don't bend. Tell them water don't bend. Water just don't bend, guys. Look at it over and over. Water just don't bend. It's crazy. It is crazy. It is a madhouse. Oh, Trent. Hey, Trent, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. That's awesome, man. Hey, Jimbo, thank you, man. I'm going to wrap it up here in a minute. I appreciate you stopping by. Like I said, I'm still working on this. I'm still doing a lot of research. Everything that everybody's mentioned here, I always work on it. You know what I mean? Like I always, like I do. I'm still working on more. I'm working on more experiments as I go. You know what I mean? Whiz laws that liquid can flow. Yeah, it could have. Yeah, but it will still level out, right? Either way, you put it in a bucket, it's going to level out, right? Yeah, I know. The water's above the firmament. But thank you, Jimbo. You're awesome. You're awesome, man. Thanks for coming by and dropping knowledge. Flat Earth knowledge is what I'm saying. Flat Earth knowledge. I don't want to disrespect anybody again. Yeah, I know. There, Scott Parker, there's some really intelligent people I've talked to that are way above my pay grade, and they believe the Earth is flat. You know what I mean? These guys. I actually talked to a professor about this, and he says the Earth is flat. You know, so I'm just going by the research I've done, the common sense I use when I go outside and I use the camera and I look at the sun, I look at the moon, I look at everything around us. You know, I try to do my best to try to figure things out. I actually Googled that before, to be honest with you. That was a word I looked up before. To be honest with you, Scott Parker. Lake Humpty, what does that mean? Lake Humpty is where? Where is that at, Jimbo? Actually, yes, I do know how science experiments work, and I've took both sides of it, like in my experiments, the flat Earth model and the round model, and like I said, it everything veers more towards the flat Earth than it does the round Earth. You know what I mean? So for me, for my part of it, that's the way it goes. No, I'm gonna go back. I'm not. I see you say point out facts and you get ignored. No, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read through some of the comments. I didn't get to see all the comments, guys. So I'm gonna go back and as long as they're not disrespectful, they'll stay on there. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm gonna go back and read them all. And Wingnut, I'm a flat earther. I believe the Earth is flat, and I haven't been deceived. I've went through all the information, and I'm happy. I'm excited, and I can't wait to see what's in store for the future, because like I said, there's a book going to be released by some high powered place that they're gonna, this is something I just picked up, that they're gonna kind of walk the flat earth into to everybody. You know what I mean? To ease it in. And once it's eased into everybody, everybody's gonna be like, oh, it was flat all the time. We weren't. Then why do you get upset? No, we'll see. We'll see when this book gets released. I can't wait. So I'm gonna be the first one to pick it up. Like I said, that was my journey into flat Earth. I try to make it short but long. That way, you guys kind of know how I got here. You know what I mean? As a flat earther. But there were so many comments and so many questions, I really didn't get a chance. And like I said, it's a small channel. It's a new channel. I was just happy to have you guys aboard and happy to have you guys listening in. So it's been pretty cool. If you get a chance, check out this Owen Benjamin. He did his. This guy's a pretty intelligent guy, and he did his he did his story on the flat Earth. So make sure you check him out. You know what I mean? That way you know what I'm trying to veer towards here. Uh, like I said, one of the other reasons is, like I said, I'm upset with the government lies. The lies that we've been told. We've been told so many lies, and people just fall for it left and right. And it's like, um, just like the Musk stuff. You seen that stuff? You're gonna sit here and tell me that's real? It's not real. It's fake, guys. It's so totally fake. And I know I'm getting off course again, but it's totally fake, guys. So I'm just gonna get away from there. NASA takes what is it, $18.4 million a day or something, and you guys are happy with that, guys, in tax money. I know all of you guys pay taxes, so you guys are happy with that, right? So That's cool. That's cool. If you guys are happy with that, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue about it. But think about the money they pull in a year, the billions of dollars NASA pulls in a year, and they can't get us to the moon. You know, they should have been back on the moon. They should have already been posted up there, have their own their own fort, everything like the cowboy days. I know I just joke around a little bit there, guys, on that one. But yeah, guys, like I said, Wingnut, please show me a real picture of the Earth. Scott Parker, show me a real picture of the Earth. Jimbo, once again, thanks for tuning in, guys. Yeah, like if you're a globe believer, show me the real picture of the globe. Don't show me CCGI photos. Don't show me any of that. Done already. When? Where's the picture? I don't see it. Did you post it, or did you post it on my page or anything? Okay, okay, that's cool. Like I said, look up Robert Simmons from NASA, and he'll tell you that all those photos are CCGI. He says because they have to be, guys. No, I'm not blind. NASA says this. NASA released that information. NASA Robert Simmons. Just look him up on. You can Google him. You can YouTube him, and you'll see. Yeah, Rob Simmons from NASA said that the photos of the Earth are CCGI. Blue Marble 2, Blue Marble 1, they're CCGI. You just have to look it up. You just have to do your own research. That's what happens. A lot of people get on here and they get upset and they start complaining, and they don't even do the research to see. They don't even do the research to see what, what the reason is that we're even doing this. The reason we're doing this for. Just look up the video, Rob Simmons, and you'll see he says that the Earth is CCGI because it has to be. That's his quote. That's it. I'm just saying for you to look it up. You don't have to say I'm lying. You just have to look it up on your own. You do your own research, and you'll see. And then you'll see what he says. He says that they're CCGI because it has to be. He says that they're layered. The pictures are layered. You know what I mean? But once again, right on, guys. I really appreciate it. There's no ignorance about that. You just look it up yourself. There's nothing to do with me. You just look up Rob Simmons and from NASA, and you'll see it. If I could post it, I'll post this link. I'll post a link for you guys. I'll post a link that way you can see what I'm talking about. That's one. That's one that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Photoshop. Photoshop is not a real picture. Photoshop is cartoon. Yeah, where is Jimbo? Where is that lake? If you don't mind me asking. And you could probably see that hump from the if you have a P900 P1000, right? If it pops out of the lake, right? CCGI, wingnut CCGI, Photoshop, composite. I mean, like a lot of these are just like basic like arguments that I'm getting here. I'm not getting anything that I haven't heard yet. You know what I mean? It's like the so-called debates or arguments. There's nothing I've really ever heard. Everything I've heard it already. I've heard it over and over and over. That's what I'm saying. Iron Flat Earth. That it's a big money thing. It's a big money thing. Photoshop composite is composite computer generated images, CCGI. See, that's that. Like I said, we don't have to disrespect each other here. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, yeah, computer graphics. I said CCGI. CCGI. That's what I said. Not CGI, but CCGI. I think that I really appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said, this is I guess it's my testimony. I guess that's what it's called, like on my journey to flat Earth. That's why I did this. I didn't do it to, like I said, debate and to argue. So, I'll leave it right there for that one. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a mud flood one, and because like I said, I took all kinds of pictures of Denver, like some old buildings. Excuse me, drinking me some water. Excuse me. I took also, yeah, no real pitch. There's no real pictures of the Earth, guys. There's no real pictures. It's proven. It's out. Flat Earth is out, guys. Like that's why. That's like I said. I'm gonna say it again before I go. I just wonder why globe believers argue so much about it. Why they get so upset? Could you guys answer that for me? Could anybody answer that? Two things. I want a real picture of the Earth. If you guys could provide that for me, and then let me know why globe guys argue. Like they want to debate and argue. I don't understand that. I mean, if you don't believe the Earth is flat, that's cool. I don't mind. But there's no reason for arguments or debating or any of that nonsense. So. Well, once again, Scott Parker, Wingnut, Jimbo, Beth, Trent, who else was here? I'm going to go back and look at Iron Flat Earth. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you guys stopping by. You're live with Ike Diaz. Ike Diaz live. Ike Diaz live. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you check out KBLP LLC 4 on YouTube, KBLP LLC podcast on YouTube. Check out the Ike Diaz live on YouTube, which is going really good, and I really appreciate it, guys. And I would sit here longer with you guys, but I have some other things I got to work on. And I really, like I said, I really do thank you. And I'm gonna go over the comments, and if I see something I want to respond to, I'll respond to it. If you respond back, that's cool. If you check out my videos, just check out the ones I got up already. There's only 4 other ones on this channel. On my other channel, there's like I don't know, like 3,000, 4,000 videos, guys, that you could check out. So if you see, yeah, I know. Somebody just gave me that thing. Oh, when you take a picture, it's a composite, whatever, blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. I heard all this stuff before, guys. All this stuff. I just tried to do it I just tried to do I'm a flat earther, man. That's it, and bam. That's cool. That's cool, though, guys. I appreciate it. Was there anything else I wanted to let you guys know? I will have Karen B. I'll put her link in there. Karen B is going to be a guest with me on a broadcast. She is another flat earther, and she will be bringing a lot more to the table to let you know what we are working on. So we're setting that up to where we could have the date. So we'll let the date come out when I talk to Karen B, and we'll do a live broadcast. And if you guys have anything you guys want to ask her, she spoke at the Flat Earth Convention here in Colorado in November. So if you guys have any questions for her, make sure you tune into the podcast that she spoke at the Flat Earth Convention with Rob Skiba, D Marble, ODD TV, Truth, Celebrate Truth. There's so many of them, guys, that are. And like I said, and KBLP LLC is not affiliated with the Flat Earth Society. We have nothing. There's nothing involved with us and them. This is independent. The Ike Diaz Live is independent from anything else. So make sure when it comes to Flat Earth stuff or mud floods or anything like that, I'm the one doing this. This is Ike Diaz, personally, but make sure you check out Russian Vids, ODD TV. I know I said this all. I just want to make sure. D Marble, Karen B, Celebrate Truth, Richie from Boston, RFB, who is a flat earther. Also, he don't talk flat earth on there, but he does some other stuff. So make sure you check him out. I'm trying to think of the flat earthers that I know of that I watch right now. Flat Earth British, he's doing a lot of mud flood stuff right now. What's the guy? He's from here. He's from Colorado, but he lives in California now. I can't remember his name right now, but I would check him out. I can't remember all the guys are. Just trying to give you a couple more to check out. That way, like I said, for new, I know the ones here, you guys have a lot of questions. You guys have a lot of answers, I guess. Pockets of the Future. I'm pretty sure that's what his podcast is called. Here's Karen B right here, guys. She did the Owen Benjamin. So I'm talking to like new flat earthers and people that will be listening later on, because we get all kinds of listeners throughout the week. So for the people who come in later, I'm trying to give you some other information. I actually, before I did this podcast, I was feeling a little down, but you guys have actually brought me back up a little. I feel a lot better, guys. Talking about this, I feel a ton better because I did feel really terrible. Pockets of the Future, and then A Call for an Uprising. I don't like the way they argue with each other, but that's their business. You know what I mean? Like, I like watching these podcasts, and I'm just showing you the ones that I check out that are interested. And all these guys are pretty much know the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat, and that's a fact. Like, oh, here's the one Russian Vid just did, the Flat Earth Dome Firmament in the King. I would play it, but then see these right here, these pictures right here, these are CCGI. Those are done by Rob Simmons right there. Look at the total different. Those are from NASA too. I know, because Russian Vids gets the ones right from NASA. There's another one, Jamie with I can't remember what his podcast is right now. Broadcast, I can't remember. When I do, I will let you know. So make sure you check out KBLP LLC4. This is one of the broadcasts right here. And then also you could check out, there's the vlog 2 about Steph Curry and the moon hoax, the tutorial, and then there's a couple more, the Paul Logan Flat Earth when he was here in Colorado. And then I did the chemtrail one too, so you can check out the chemtrail one. But right on, guys, you guys get this was a really big relief. I know we got a lot of people that were like a couple people that wanted to just argue or debate or something like that. Like I said, I wasn't going to get into an argument or a debate. I just wanted to tell my side of going into this thing, and I think I pretty much did what I wanted to do as far as that goes, guys. But once again, like I said, I'm proud and I'm happy that you guys were all here. I wish you guys the best. Have an awesome evening. This is Ike Diaz, the Ike Diaz Live. Make sure you tune back in. Like I said, Karen B will be on the podcast, and you guys could ask her questions. She's a very educated flat earther. Like I said, she just spoke at the Flat Earth Conference in November, so she has a lot of information and she's talked to some really big people in the globe community. You know what I mean? So she gets a lot. She has a lot of information to put out there, guys. And like I said, I'll go back and read over a bunch of the comments and the inboxes I got, and that way I can respond to some of you guys. But once again, thank you guys. Have a great night. Ike Diaz live. Make sure you check out my music channels when you get a chance. They're pretty cool. Later, guys.